Okay, so I'm going to go over the tarot. I pulled these tarot cards before our circle tonight, and whenever I pull cards for the new moon, I pull 3 cards. I usually ask for a past card, a present card, and a future card, any messages that are coming through from the universe. So for our past card tonight, I received the 7 of Swords. It's interesting because we've just moved into the 8th month, right? So the past being 7, the month of July. And swords are always a symbology of cutting cords, cutting ties, setting boundaries, letting go, not holding on to things. And we're kind of moving into that energy, right? Like each month with this shift in uncertain times, we're letting go of the past, letting go of old ways, letting go of the old earth, right? Moving into a new earth right now. You know, 7 is a very holy number as well. 7 is very symbolic of many things. It can be the 7 deadly sins, can be the 7 chakras. Mary Magdalene talks about the 7, I can't think of what you call it, 7 things that we need to overcome with the ego, basically. There's the 7 circles of hell in some traditions. And actually, you know, we've talked about Egypt, but just recently, you know, this Lionsgate portal that we went through, and this Sirius star that has shown up where it has, you know, the Sirius star itself, when it's making its transit behind the sun, there's a story about Isis. And Isis going into the underworld to go see her sister, Ereshkigal. But Ereshkigal is the shadow side of us, is what this symbolizes. And as Isis travels into the gateways of hell to see her sister, she goes through 7 gateways. And within each of those 7 gateways, she sheds a layer of her identity, whether that be her jewelry or her staff or her crown or her clothing, until she's bare boned at the very end. And so it's very interesting that we've literally just come out of that story, out of that energy. There's another story that's very similar with a Greek god. I can't think of the name of the goddess, but again, it's the story of you know, the queen of the heavens and the earth going to meet the queen of the underworld. And the result of the story, I won't get into it now, but the result of the story is that the queen of the heaven and earth, or Isis, or whoever you want to represent, she spends 6 months in the underworld and 6 months on the earth. And this represents winter and summer. Basically, this is what's going on right now. But the bigger story behind that is in this transition, right? In this transition of darkness to light, there's these 7 passageways that we go through, or when we journey through our own human body on this planet, we're going through our 7 chakras and really understanding our 7 energy centers. We're learning to let go of the 7 deadly sins. If we're learning to live out of the spiritual eye, remembering to live out of our godly inherited bloodline, goddess inherited bloodline. So the 7 of Swords represents letting go of what no longer serves. But in particular, it also represents letting go of lies and deceit. So this is the card of the past, and this is representing a time that we've been lied to and we've been deceived. And I think that is so true, because we're starting to really step into our power. And I just wrote about this with my blog on the moon today, but that we're, you know, we've had our power taken away from us. We've been told that we're separate. We've been told that we're separate from the goddess stuff. We've been told that we need to rely on external sources to rule. We have these governments that are crumbling around us right now, right? Like the old ways are no longer serving us. And so it's time to let go of all of those lies and that deceit that was taking away our power. It's time to start living from your truest essence and your truth from within. Notice the red, the blood, right? trusting what's coming from within your God, goddess bloodline, trusting the truth there with all of this darkness, with the new moon, all of this uncertainty and the times that we're in right now, this shift that we're making from the dark age to the golden age of light. I talk about it like every moon circle, right? We have to go through a process of letting go, and we have to learn that we can trust letting go of those old ways, right? Like we're defunding police right now. People are really scared about that, really worried about that. Can we trust that we all deep down in our core are good people, and that there will maybe be less crime and be less injustice by defunding the police? I don't know. I'm not saying my opinion one way or another. I'm just saying this is what's going on right now in current times. Governments are crumbling. Beirut's government completely just stepped down, right? All of their ruling is stepping down right now. Risha, I know you're in Trinidad. I know the government's crazy right now. I know you just went through a political election, right? And you got the same guy. You're not so happy about it, am I right? Maybe a little, yeah. So, you know, and same thing, we're dealing with it here in America, right? Where like we have this election coming up, and is Trump going to be president another 4 years? What is that going to mean for us? Do we want to choose Biden? Like, is that a better choice? I don't know. But there's a lot coming into question about the way that we're being ruled right now, and especially with government. And I really think moving forward, I don't think it's going to happen just with this lunar cycle, but I think that we are waking up right now to letting go of those old ways and understanding that they no longer serve us, and that there is a better way, that we can all rule with sovereignty, that we can all, you know, rule collectively amongst one another without separating and taking away each other's power, or feeling like somebody is better than or less than, because that's not how we're meant to rule this world. If we're all God and goddess stuff, we should be treating each other accordingly. So the Seven of Swords is just saying, hey, there's been lies, there's been deceit in the past, but it's time to let go of it. It's time to cut ties, and it's time to start listening to what's coming from within. You know, travel through your 7 energy centers, start seeing things out of your crown chakra, out of your God, goddess spiritual energy. And this is how you'll move forward peacefully, as well as all of this chaos is around us right now. So as far as the present card, I pulled the Emperor. Here he is, the Emperor. And it's interesting because I pulled the Emperor during the Lionsgate portal as well on 8/8. And so I think this is a really important card right now. It's represented by the number 4. Sorry, I had to think about that for a moment. Looking at this card, my eyes aren't so great right now. So it's represented by the number 4. You know, 4 is always a number of completion, 4 seasons in a year, 4 trimesters from the time a woman becomes pregnant and postpartum. 4 is the number of the angels. If you ever see 444, angel number means the angels are around you, and spirit guides and deities, magical entities are with you, right? So I think that number 1, this card is letting us know that the angels are here, that we are protected, right? Like we've got this royal throne being, you know, shown to us right now, that the angels are seated upon, and our ancestors, and we're being protected, and we're going on a journey right now on this planet, and it seems very uncertain, but to understand that it's all for our greater good, that we're being taught bigger lessons amongst all of it. You might notice here there's also the Aries symbol. Aries is a fire sign. I mentioned that we've got a lot of fire energy right now, and you know, Aries are a bit of a stubborn energy as well, and there is a bit of a stubbornness in this present time of like not wanting to let go of the old and not sure about shifting into the new. What is the new that we shift into? So again, leaning into your heart center, leaning into the fires of your heart for that inner truth is really important. The whole card is green. That's the color of the heart chakra as well. You have these leaves here as well, representing life, representing generational. You think about family trees, right? So the ancestors are here with us. He's sitting on a royal throne. Right? Like we literally have the throne represented by the Magha Nakshatra here. And the Emperor is a little selfish. Okay, so the Empress, his consort, she's the loving, nurturing, motherly moon, lunar energy. The emperor take no fucks, pardon my French, but he does take no fucks. He the sun revolves around him. He rules his life. He doesn't second guess. He doesn't let people deceive him. He stays truthful and honest and loyal to himself first, and that's what helps him to rule with such ease over his kingdom. The exact message that's coming through right now with this new moon. We are being asked to be sovereign to ourselves, to set up on our high throne, be high and mighty, and live accordingly. So let the world revolve around you for a while. This is important right now. Don't let other people take your power or your control. Okay, our future card is the Knight of Pentacles. This actually came through with our full moon transmission as well, I believe. Pretty confident it was there. Pentacles came up all three cards, last moon circles. The Pentacles are still there. Notice this is the future card, so remember that the future is bright, right? Pentacles represent abundance, success, positive energy. It's always darkest before the dawn. The golden age of light is coming. It's on its way. Notice how he's holding the pentacle, or the star. He's holding the sun in the palm of his hand, if you want to think about it that way. This whole card is yellow. This is solar plexus energy. This is the energy that we're in right now, right? By the way, pink is also the color of the heart. So we have the pink and the green of the heart. We have the yellow of the solar plexus, exact energy that we're moving through with this Lion new moon. And this, you know, Knight of Pentacles, he stays the course. He doesn't get off track, and he trusts that his horse or his intuition knows the way. So he can go for a leisurely stroll. This is what we talked about in the last full moon, right? To let life not be a race, to let it be a peaceful trot. We've got that same message right now, to let life be this peaceful trot, to trust our intuition, to trust that the world revolves around us, that we create our own reality based on our perspective. Can we hold the sun in our hands? Can we move out of our solar plexus? Can we stay positive? Can we believe at our core that we're joyful and we're meant to have a joyful life? I know it seems like that's not what's happening right now. The world is insane, but I promise you it's working out for our greater good. It really is. And you've got to lean into that. And the more that you can lean in to the abundance in your life right now, to the trust that all is working out for you, the more peace will come during this chaotic time, not only through this lunar cycle, but moving forward in the next 6 months to a year. Because I'm sorry, if you're an astrologer, if you work with astrology, you know, things aren't going anywhere anytime soon. We've got some time to work through all this stuff, okay? We've got some dark stuff to work through. We've had a lot of oppression. We've had a lot of stuff happen over the past 100 or so years. It's time to make a shift and move forward. But it's going to take some time, so we need to be patient with that. So that's the Knight of Pentacles there for you, reminding you to take this leisurely life with pleasure and joy as you deserve so. So we've got our Seven of Swords, trusting our heart, letting go of old ways that no longer serve, moving out of our spiritual consciousness, Christ consciousness, Magdalena consciousness, Isis Inanna consciousness. The Emperor, live your life with royalty. Rule your life accordingly so. Be a little selfish right now. Take time for yourself so that you can be a better person to others moving forward and inspire them to do the same. Knight of Pentacles, trust in the future. Abundance is on the way. Stay positive. Stay in the light. You always have it from within.